As festival season has pretty much come to a close right now, I thought it would be a great opportunity for me to share with you some of the experiences that I've had at festivals that haven't really been the best. Welcome to Helen's Festival Fails. Okay, so, right, where should I start? Okay, so I have 5 festival fails. There's probably going to be more than 5 actually in my life, but I'm going to share 5 of these. The first one, probably, this is on par with my last point at the stress level. It was the first festival that we'd ever played as a band, and we were going to Latitude. I took it upon myself to get the whole band and all of our stuff there in my tiny Ford Fiesta. So we were pretty crammed in my car, to say the least. I mean, I really struggled to grab my gear stick. It was that sort of stuff everywhere kind of thing. Anyway, so we were driving there, and as a band, when you go to a festival, you have to go to different accreditation thingies or box offices or whatever to get various wristbands. There's certain places where you need to go drop your stuff off, and then obviously there's certain camping areas. And so we were driving to Latitude. There was a lot of traffic. We were running behind. It was hot. And we had to then go across farmland to get to where we needed to be. This farmland wasn't a road. This was dirt tracks. And bearing in mind my car was pretty full, the car started to scrape along these dirt tracks, and you could literally hear the metal on my car just being scraped. I didn't know where I was going, neither did the rest of my band. They weren't being very helpful. The people there weren't really very helpful. They were saying going one way or go another, and I was about to explode. So I said to the boys, get out of the car, follow me by foot, because the noise of the car was getting on my nerves. I was really worried that I was not going to have a car to drive back home. I managed to drive where we needed to be, get the passes, and then I found the boys again, and then we went to the campsite, and it was fine. But that would have to have been probably one of the most stressful experiences of my life. I took my car in for its MOT that year, and it failed because there was so much welding that needed to be done to the bottom of the car. Okay, the next thing was a fail, but it's probably quite funny. So we were at Greenman Festival as a band again, and we were camped out in the artist camping. We weren't playing until, I can't remember if we were playing on the first day or the last day. Oh, we were playing on the first day. So we had the whole festival there. We had a great time. And in the daytime, we were hanging out, chilling, drinking, doing the thing that you normally do at a festival. And then we realised, hey, where's Connor? Yeah, where's Connor gone? Connor's not, where is he? Where is he? And so we were trying to call Connor, working out where he may be, and we couldn't find him. He wasn't answering his phone. And then we thought maybe we went to the toilet. So we went to the line of portaloos in the arts camping, and we were saying, Connor, where are you? Connor. And we were knocking on the doors, and we were having people shouting at us. Turns out he had gone to the toilet and fallen asleep on the portaloo, because he then opened the door what's going on? We were like, mate, you just fell asleep on the toilet. We may have had a few angry people who had their private time disturbed, but at least we found Connor. He was on the toilet. This fail was probably, this is so dumb of me. I went to Download Festival with a bunch of my friends, and I said that I really wanted a pink tent. So I went on Google and I found myself a pink tent, and it happened to be a pop-up tent. I was like, yeah, 2 in 1. I've got a pink tent and I've got something that's super easy to set up. So I just popped it out and it was all good. Next day, it decided to torrential pour with rain, and my tent only had 1 layer on it. So as soon as you touch it, the edge, the water just comes through, and before long, my tent turned into an indoor swimming pool. Luckily, at the time, my friend had enough space in her tent to let me come in and sleep. So we kind of just ended up using it to put all our beer in. It ended up being the beer tent, and I then became technically a sofa surfer, but in the camping terms. So I was being passed around the tents because I had nowhere to sleep. Okay, this one was a short and sweet fail, but it was pretty embarrassing. So again, I was at Download. I took a pretty crappy phone with me because I didn't want to take my smartphone or whatever it was at this time. This was before the importance of social media as well. And I went to the toilet on the portaloo, and I don't know how, but it fell out of my pocket and landed, not in the portaloo, thank God, but it landed in the mud next to the portaloo. The mud was like that deep in the Portaloo. There'd been a lot of rain wherever I think I was down. There'd been a lot of rain at that download as well. And there was like this rectangle imprint in the mud where it had obviously gone and it sunk right down. And I had to take my hand and I mean, it's not as bad as it fell down the toilet. Ugh. But I had to pick it up. God knows what else was amongst that mud and get it out. And people saw me coming out of my Portaloo holding my toilet covered in mud, which they probably thought was poo. Luckily, a lot of like people were laughing and pointing, but a lot of really lovely people came running towards me with wet wipes and toilet roll to clean my phone. The last point, which is really up there on the stress threshold. I actually have a little replay. I made a little replay for this one. So we were going to Secret Garden party with the band. We were running on time, but we happened to just get stuck in traffic. And when you're stuck in traffic and you're bored, all you want to do, sit and play on your phone. The boys were playing on their phone. In reality, I wasn't actually driving. LeVar was driving, but I was playing on my phone. Our phones were out of battery and we were running really, really behind. The boys just like pushed me to go, you need to find the stage, you need to go. So I was running around like crazy, trying to find the stage to let them know that we were there, that we got stuck in traffic and we were running behind. And I was asking everyone, I was asking security, and no one seemed to know where to go. I ended up in like a rave. I ended up in the most strangest places. Eventually, I found the stage and we played. They didn't mind that we were late. They were quite flexible. And we got there in the end, thank God. God, that was so stressful. So because like the whole battery dying thing was just a total pain and so annoying, it brings me on to say that there is a solution. Oh yeah. Sony Experia have brought out a new phone and you could actually win one. So if you go on to Fastcharging.rocks, there is all the information on there about winning your own Sony Experia and even a holiday prize. So I will put the link in the description to how you can win one of these, and hopefully you'll never get in a dilemma equally as awful as what I was getting into. Thanks for watching. They were my festival fails. Thank you so much, Sony, for sponsoring this video. And yeah, life, hey? Life, phones, technology. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you later. Bye-bye.